It's enough, I think. It's enough, I think.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Green Live stream. I'm your host, Edie Arndell, and I'm here with my absolutely awesome Mr. Co-host, Mr. Scott Free.
Mr. Co-host, I love that.
Mr.
That's
Co-host. I'm adding
Just call me
extra.
that from
I
now
don't know
on.
why.
That, for short. That's great. Hey, everybody. Welcome
Oh,
to
and
Green Live
Kalia's
Stream.
here. Hi, Kalia.
wow.
We're here with Ledell from Chicago. She does community gardens and feed them all. So welcome, Ledell. How are you doing?
Peace and love. How's everyone today?
Doing good. Doing good.
That's great. It's good to be here. Thank you guys for inviting me so we can spread some wonderful news, and hopefully we can get more people on track with us.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. Look at us. We're on the same page already.
Yeah.
So you do a community garden called Feed 'em All. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Or maybe
So I have to apologize to you first and foremost, because gardening is my absolute most favorite thing to do besides baking. So in the summertime, I'm totally garden. I'm barefoot in the garden and everything. I was blessed with the opportunity from Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. and the Black Panther Cubs to go into the communities and organize gardens. So we have one in Maywood, and then we are currently working on one in Inglewood. So we have two gardens. What can I say? I'm a grower. So the gardens aren't specific to any one thing. We have fruits, we have vegetables, we have herbs. It's more of a healing garden, but we started the gardens because of the lack of food available in our communities. So if we are now in an era where we're experiencing deserts on everything, especially food deserts. With the way things are going now, and as scary as it's looking, we want to make sure that we can help ourselves. So what we do is, although we start the garden, we bring the community into the gardens to not only help us grow the gardens, but learn how to grow themselves. So they can take that knowledge with them and take it back and go into their homes and grow gardens in their homes and things like that. And from there, you know, we're feeding each other. We're feeding them all. It's like give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Teach
there
him
you
how
go.
to
Teach you
fish,
how to
he'll
fish.
eat for a lifetime.
There you go.
So that is the message. That is the message that we are trying. Pardon me, my
That's
background
okay.
got a little noisy, and I had to.
I've done it here too in my house. Trust me. I'm like,
yeah. So that our ultimate goal is to assist the community in learning to feed themselves. There's going to come a time where there actually is now in our communities, like I said, food deserts, you know. So our people need something, you know, and we know the importance of eating, you know, but we don't realize the impact on food deserts in our community. We eat to live,
right.
you know.
Right.
Our children, they need to eat so they can focus. We need to eat so we can focus, you know.
Right. And
if,
eat healthy, not the junk food, you know. And a lot of times the food deserts are just like a liquor store and a Dollar General, and that's all you have.
exactly.
And it's terrible food.
Horrible.
Yeah.
The choices are horrible, you know, the quality is horrible. So why not be able to do it yourself? And it's not so much as doing it yourself, because this is how you become a community. You stop becoming neighborhoods, you stop becoming blocks, you stop becoming separate housing, and you become a community. Because if I'm growing tomatoes and you're growing cucumbers, look, we halfway to a salad.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
we're
saying?
almost there.
So it works.
Almost there.
Almost,
Need a little less lettuce and a little dressing. We got it
right. So that really is the point of the community gardens. I was just, like I said, I was privileged, and I got the honor of being able to work on the Black Panther Party food gardens and community pantry, which man, it's wonderful. You know what I'm saying? Because it's so needed in a community. And I can just, go to the garden and pick the tomatoes and take them and put them in a pantry, and then actually see people coming to get that. It's something, it's a feeling that feels, I don't know how to explain it, but it's amazing.
And I want to just add a little to that. So because it's a little hard for people to understand what goes on. So at the Hampton House, which is in Maywood, in the front, they have a refrigerator. There's a refrigerator sitting outside, powered 24 hours a day and available 24 hours a day. So people will come to the refrigerator and grab things they need. So, it's really cool. It's really, really an amazing place. And I wanted to ask you about, because when I met you, it was at the Inglewood Garden, but that was just this plot that you hadn't been able to start. So what's happening with the Inglewood Garden? How is it right now?
So, as of right now, I am in the phase of requesting help from others, and requesting, equipment and things like that. Everything that we do from the people for the people. So it's just getting it together. I'm currently moving things from the Maywood Garden, so that let me stop saying I, because this isn't an I project. This is a we project, because this is all community. So that we can actually start landscaping the garden, so that by the time the first frost comes, we're able to put those seeds down. And by the time spring comes, we'll be having some blooming going.
Okay. Yeah, because at the event you had, which was a mutual aid food giveaway, all of the fruits and vegetables had come from
all of the fruits. We had some turnip greens, we had some collard greens, we had kale, carrots. What else did I have? We had some herbs. We had sage. We had lemon balm.
Right, I remember.
We had some peppermint, some cilantro, some parsley. We get so minute in it to be able to provide for families that we are doing fresh herbs for them. Hopefully we can expand this into an entire learning process, to where we can start teaching canning and preserving and, drying out of herbs, and how to, dry out your herbs properly and store them properly. We really want to build, we want to help people eat. You know what I'm saying? We want to teach them how to eat, not only just eating correctly or what to eat. You know what I'm saying? We want to give them the opportunity to learn. If they don't like it, they won't grow it, but somebody else will, and people can still be fed.
Right. Yeah,
do the barter system, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The barter system is, I always try to use the barter system whenever I'm doing something with people, just because it works better than money, and now we're in a time where we should be getting back into that bartering system, because this economy.
Well, and also, I think it was a Caitlin Johnstone post today talking about how, she was thinking the future would be great. And she goes, no, the future is going to be AI cutting off your digital coins because you wanted to join a union. And I just thought, that is one thing that people need to understand. As we move into digital currency, that digital currency is going to be there to control people. So we
Absolutely.
absolutely need a barter system. We need to
Absolutely.
be outside of that system.
Absolutely. And we work better when we work together. And
Yeah.
I say that all the time. So, you know, in that instance, we can be right and we can be wrong because it's the crypto system, all that Bitcoin system is dangerous, but the way that technology is going, it's useful, if
Oh,
that
sure.
makes
Yeah, no,
sense.
no, yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm not for, negating it. It's just that, again, it's a way that the powers
Yeah,
that be would be able to
control.
control us.
It's
Right.
it's
That's,
you said it right, power,
yeah,
and the
yeah.
power only belongs to the people. So
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Trying to get them on the same page, that's a different matter. But yes,
And
absolutely.
well,
speaking,
you know you know how the saying goes, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
yeah,
So
yeah.
it's got to be up to them. Drink or dehydrate yourself.
And now, speaking of the power systems, you did
Mhm.
speak a little about the Maywood city officials giving you a little trouble at the garden. What's happening
Oh,
with that?
Maywood is a food desert.
Okay.
Maywood is in a lot of trouble as far as not being there for the people. I'm not a Maywood resident, and
Mhm.
I want to go to their meetings and be like, what are you guys doing? You know what I'm saying?
No.
Yeah.
They had an instance. I'm going to tell you this story because this is really where the feud between myself and Maywood comes in at.
Yeah.
Um, Maywood had Maywood Pride, Maywood Wide, Maywood Pride, something like that.
Okay. Okay. All right.
In the beginning of the spring,
Okay.
Maywood's had 31 gardens before that event happened. By the end of that event, the end of the day when that event was over, Maywood had 17 gardens.
What?
And not many of them are food gardens. They're more like flower gardens, pretty gardens, aesthetic gardens.
Okay.
How does that help the community? How does
Yeah.
that feed the people? How does that um, have make your people believe that you are for them and not for the money and the politics and self? It
Right.
doesn't,
Yeah.
um, even the sister, gosh, I think her name was Terry. Whew, yeah, she, and I'm gonna name drop.
Oh,
I'm one of those people. I'm not gonna throw rocks and have my hand. I'm not
yeah.
gonna bite my tongue or anything.
Mm-hmm.
That sister was one of the worst sisters I met.
Oh,
As far as wanting to be a part of community or anything, I'm actually afraid for Maywood if she has any political office,
oh,
because she showed me, as a person who doesn't even live in Maywood, not a part of Maywood, coming into Maywood to assist Maywood, she showed me that she cares nothing about Maywood, and
yeah.
she only cares about the dollars that the city of Maywood is paying her.
Yeah.
And so it was disrespectful from there. I will say this though, Maywood's fire department, thank you.
Oh,
Thank you, Captain Scott. You were really someone
there
who
you go.
made me believe in Maywood.
Okay.
And that's just because of the simple fact that if I needed water, I could call him and he made sure that someone was out the same day,
Okay.
for
Okay.
the garden. He didn't
Oh,
give
nice.
me the runaround. It took me to have to come out of my own pocket to pay just for the grass to be cut in
Yeah.
Maywood. And I'll tell you what they did. All summer long, I was, hey, how can I get the grass cut? The people that were outside cutting the grass, I would be like, hey, here's my number. If you want to come in the garden and cut it, please do, by all means. We need this.
Yeah.
They didn't come.
Mm.
Last month, I went into the garden and they came, but they destroyed half the garden.
Yeah.
So they took half of the food from people's mouths. Can you send them back here, please, Mama? I'm on an interview. They took up. I apologize.
That's
okay.
They took half of the food from the people's mouths that we were growing,
Yeah.
and they go get this paperwork for me, please. It's at the front door. Mama, I'm on an interview. I'm sending the veil.
There you go.
I apologize.
Handle it, right? Just
Yeah,
give me a
this
minute.
is just a normal day for me.
Ah,
Multitasking is my thing. I apologize about that.
No, you're good. You're good.
I will tell you one thing. You're going to get, I'm not going to hold anything back. You're going to get absolutely a day from me. So nothing is preset. I'm not trying to make anything what it isn't. My life is my life, so it's going to keep on going on regardless of whether I'm on this interview or not.
Very good. Very good.
So I have to apologize
say,
if I have to stop a minute.
Yeah, no.
Because that's
It's all
kind
good.
of how we are.
Oh gosh,
Yeah.
we have to be.
Yeah.
And, you know,
Yeah.
Yes.
and you know, I also brought up Maywood just because that, you know, my first time meeting folks from Black Panther Party Cubs was the Revolutionary Blackout Network. It was Rome who was doing a mutual aid event. So he had brought all of these items from Detroit, and he brought it to the Hampton House, and they had organized it. They were going to do a mutual aid event. So we put everything out on the sidewalk, and people are walking by. Well, sure enough, the city of Maywood comes by to try to shut us down.
Yeah.
Like, mutual aid event? That's for your shutting down?
So can I ask a crazy question? Who is the mayor?
Oh, I don't even know.
You know what? This is terrible because I don't know either. You know, with just the instances that I was having with Maywood, it kind of turned me off from trying to be anything involved in Maywood aside from the garden and doing the community events, not with Maywood, but with the Black Panther Party Cubs, our foundation, the Nicholas Lee Foundation, making noise for change.
Okay.
You know, so we have these other organizations that we actually put into. So one thing I'm learning to do as far as issues like this come is always mind over matter. You know what I'm saying? And if I don't mind, then they don't matter. You know, and so Maywood and their politics can't matter to me right now.
Yeah.
So I'm not minding them. You know what I'm saying? I'm working for the people. I'm here for the people. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to argue with you about feeding your people. I'm just gonna feed your people.
Right.
You know,
but you would be amazing in a city council meeting. Just saying.
There you go.
Be like, no.
Yeah.
So the current mayor of Maywood,
I may
Illinois,
have to go to one and let them know how I feel after all of this is over with. Though
the current mayor of Maywood, Illinois, is Nathaniel George Booker, who was sworn in on May 18th, 2021.
Wow.
He has previously served in the Economic Development Commissioner, as the Economic Development Commissioner, and as a trustee on the village council.
Well, I just know that
anybody out there listening,
yeah,
go give him some
well,
shit.
it's just that I know, you know, just from my little time around Chairman Fred and Black Panther Party Cubs, that, you know, they've had a lot to deal with Maywood. It's been an ongoing thing with the Hampton House. It was a huge deal to get that refrigerator out there. I know that they were fighting that. So yeah, it's just been a, you know, it's
I would say if the city was doing their job and made sure that there wasn't a food desert and that people had enough, you know, enough jobs, enough money, enough services, then that wouldn't be necessary. Right. Or promoted the gardens.
Well, you know, in a perfect world, they would have. But if if they worry about the people, how do they worry about themselves? Because they,
Exactly.
politicians aren't caring about people nowadays. We see
No.
that all the way from the top. It's
Right.
not about the people. It's
No.
about what am I benefiting from this?
Right.
So it's kind of a blessing for me to find other like-minded souls like Cassandra Greer from the Nicholas Lee Foundation, the founder of the Nicholas Lee Foundation, like Chairman Fred Hampton Jr. from the Black Panther Party Cubs, like Dr. LaShawn Latrice from Making Noise for Change. And you're going to hear me speak on these organizations a lot because these organizations are actually in the community making a difference. We don't have a big megaphone proudly saying what we're doing because we're busy doing it, and that makes a difference.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead and tell us a little bit more about Nicholas Lee Foundation, because I know you've mentioned them a few times. And I know that they had a House bill that I want you to talk about. So,
I work for the Nicholas Lee Foundation. I am the director of operations for the Nicholas Lee Foundation, and we work a lot in the prison system with prison justice, wrongful convictions, expungements, exonerations, things of that nature. What our main focus is on, though, is the humanitarianism or the lack of humanitarianism in these prisons.
Yeah.
These are not animals. These are not love. These are our loved ones. You know what I'm saying? They're already there being punished. And then on top of that, they're receiving more punishment. Being locked in solitary confinement for 8 years, for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's harsh. Yep. We've already the world has already said that solitary confinement is inhumane. Mm-hmm. Yep. America, the United States of America right here, has the worst prison systems in the world.
Yep.
There's no reform. Mm-hmm. Oh. So our goal is to help our loved ones back there that have been forgotten by the system, that are being mistreated by the system, that are dying behind the system.
Right.
This is someone's brother, someone's sister, someone's mother, someone's father. They're humans.
Yeah.
And what they're experiencing back there, nobody should have to go through it.
Right.
They're being punished.
Yep.
So to add punishment on top of punishment is no sense of reform. Yeah. So we at the Nicholas Lee Foundation, we try to work on, we know that we might not be able to change the entire prison system, but if we can make it so that we are able to help our loved ones back there so that they can come out and be a contribution to society, then that makes an entire difference.
Yep.
Our foundation was founded because Cassandra Greer's husband was the third person to die in Cook County Jail due to COVID. Oh. There's actually she actually has a documentary and it's on YouTube. You can look it up. It's called 137 Calls.
Okay.
And that is the amount of calls that she made to try to get her husband the help that he needed, to try and get more than just her husband, because her husband wasn't the only one suffering back there. Yeah. The help that they needed during that crisis.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the day that Tom Dart decided to help is the day that Nicholas Lee lost his life. Yeah. And it could have been prevented.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how do we help our loved ones behind those bars so that we aren't getting calls saying that they lost their life due to negligence? Because that's what it was.
Yep.
It was pure outright negligence. Yep. And we take that question and we bring it out into the community as well. This is why this is why we have food pantries.
Mhm.
This is why we do clothing drives and clothing giveaways and toy giveaways, and we do community baby showers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because our community needs that help.
Yeah.
Right.
And if we are the people, we're supposed to assist our people.
Mhm.
And there's no doubt I have friends who are, all of us are older, and they have talked about their prison experiences and how, 20, 30 years ago, at least there was kindness. There was some kindness in the prison system, like in little ways, like, having time to work out, or having, just overall the system. Certainly they will speak to that period of time when there was some kindness. Now it's all brutality. It's all brutality. It just, I mean, I've heard it's really, really rough. And that's just in the, Cook County, waiting to be sentenced to go downstate. I mean, it's really gotten much worse.
Well,
Well, I'll
it
tell
was-
you this. You want
go
an
ahead.
example of how worse it is, how much worse it is? Our foundation collects water because our prisons are not even providing our loved ones with clean drinking water.
Yeah. Yep. That's how bad it is. Yep.
At the women's prison, they give them 5 pads a month.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Things like this. So we, loving our people,
Mhm.
wanting our people to know that we don't care for the sin, but we still love the sinner. We put forth an effort to try and collect toiletries, and we collect clothing, toiletries, water, things that's needed. We even do books. We even collect books to send to the prisons.
Yeah. That's
Nice.
fantastic.
So
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if you remember, I think it was a New York prison. They killed someone on camera, and I don't even know where that went. So that's people that had it on camera, so you can just imagine what's going on.
I was just about to say, so if they were that brutal, and we saw how brutal they were with that brother. So if they were that brutal on camera, just imagine how much worse it is off camera.
Yeah.
Right.
Absolutely.
So you have a House bill to end solitary
confinement? So we work diligently with Congress on getting House Bill 2257 passed, which is the Nelson Mandela Act, which restricts solitary confinement in the prisons. So as of right now, they can't be in there 8 years. They can't be in there, they can't, so it's
you shouldn't be in
45
there
days.
at all. You're right.
You shouldn't be, but
our 24 hours max. Like, come on.
Our prisons were never designed for reformation. No. Our prisons have always been designed for capitalism.
Yes.
So
that's for sure. Yeah.
So as long as we keep bringing light to the misdeeds in there, hopefully someone up in that higher chain of command to be like, listen, we putting all this money into this, and there are other ways. It costs more money to keep a person in solitary confinement than it does to send them to a class that'll give them a trade for when they get out of prison.
Right.
Well, they don't care about that.
No, they definitely
no, because the institution is about capitalism, and as long as they can make money, we all know that the prison system is just modern day slavery. Right. We all know that they make pennies a day doing the jobs that they do to make that prison run.
Yeah.
Well, not to mention they charge people to talk to their loved ones. They
charge them the right
outrageous prices to get food
properly. Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't think people understand, at least in Illinois. I mean, it is like 90 to 95% of people in prisons are working. They are working full-time jobs, and they
And getting paid like 4 cents an hour.
or a day or something. I mean, it's just really, it's
You know.
no, it's horrific. I mean, it's almost nothing. And they do that. They feel like they have to because the amount of food they get is so little that they are doing that for their commissary. So it is absolutely a system of capitalism. It's slave labor is what our prison system is.
Absolutely. It's modern day slavery, you know.
Absolutely.
That's why they put that loophole in the 14th, right?
Right.
Exactly.
You didn't know I knew that.
Yep.
Exactly.
I know, right? I just learned that one recently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's atrocious. And we have the largest prison population in the world.
Yes.
Yes.
And we are not the largest country in the world. Just saying.
No.
Like,
well, I mean, you know, according to the current administration, there's only 40 million people left in the world anyway, because 300 million of us passed away from fentanyl overdose last year. So
well, shoot, then they should be able to pay for all our stuff then.
right.
Let's
we
go.
should be flush. I mean, with the
Right.
$17 trillion we made in tariffs, we should be flush.
Yeah.
There's only 40 million people in America.
Well, if we just stop spending money on war and apartheid and like Israel and all that stuff,
My God.
just Illinois, we could probably have health care. Like, or, you know, my big thing was property taxes, because I was fortunate enough to retire and sell my house and buy a different one, which I know that's unusual nowadays. But the property taxes threaten me keeping it. I can't afford to keep it. I'm retired.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like I gotta figure out where to find $4,000.
Well, I mean, we're in a day
here.
now where people have to decide whether they want lights or to eat.
Right.
And that's why the gardens are important. You know what I'm saying? And that's why food pantries are important.
Right.
Yeah.
Because we're going to a day where people can't afford groceries.
Right.
So, you know, even if you look at it now, there's an influx of people owning chicken. You know?
Yeah.
And it's a good thing if you utilize it correctly and be like, hey, let me put these eggs out here so that, you know what I'm saying, my neighbors aren't spending $17 on 6 eggs.
Right. Wow.
Right.
It's a little cheaper down here. I live in southern Illinois, so it's, a little cheaper. It's still outrageous. And I have a neighbor that has chickens, so that's
see, and those eggs, those fresh eggs will come in handy and feed in a community, you know. So just, I mean, if we think about it, one chicken lays hundreds of eggs. I mean, how many people are we feeding if we have 7 chickens?
There you go.
That, you know what I'm saying, that are constantly laying eggs for the next 2, 3 to 5 years that they are able to.
You just inspired me, Ledell, have to say.
Oh.
So I don't know why I never made this connection, because, you know, they come, they're still dirty, and you're just like, but I eat eggs every day, but I was only thinking about my family, right? But I used to volunteer at Feed My Sheep down at the AMA church, and my good friend Ashley kind of organizes that. They cook for the homeless every week.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he sells them for $3 a dozen.
Yeah.
See?
I could just go get them some eggs. I'm gonna ask her right now. I mean, not right now.
You know,
don't
what?
leave the show.
I'd
Don't
love
leave the show.
Work with you to maybe seeing if we can get some of those eggs. I would have to see how we would be able to do this, but to get some of those eggs to put into the pantry at the Hampton House.
There you go.
What I'm saying? If we could figure something out,
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah, it'll be great. It's like I said, it's something that's needed in our communities, even if it's just, you know, just the basic staples, you know, eggs. If somebody has a goat, we can get some milk, you know, because you know, you can actually own a goat in the city of Chicago. As you can actually own a goat.
Yeah.
In the city of Chicago as a pet.
Hang on after the show, and we've been texting all day, so we're gonna make this happen. I don't know how to ship him, but I'm gonna figure it out.
We'll absolutely. If it's about feeding the people, we'll find a way or make one. Absolutely.
Exactly. Because I don't know, like you need the crates or like whatever. Yeah, I remember the little egg crates. Anyway.
Even if we have to start collecting recycle, I when I tell you we'll find a way or make one, if we have to start collecting egg crates and shipping them to you and you shipping them back full, we'll make that work as long as we can feed the people. That's mainly what it's about whenever it comes, when it's down to me. And this isn't just a new thing for me. A little bit of background for me. My parents have always had an open door policy to where you can't come into their home and leave hungry.
Yeah.
And it's still like that to this day. So when you grow up around that, you realize how important it is to feed the people, but you realize in feeding the people how much of a community you're creating for yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I know that at the bottom line of that is subjective because you're still thinking about self, but it's objective too because you've included the community.
Yeah.
Right.
So, and for me, it's going to always be feed the people.
Yes.
Feed them all, right?
Feed them all, free them
There you
all.
There you go.
Because if you feed them, they focus and they'll be free. Focus leads to freedom.
There you go.
That is so true. Well, I wanted to also talk about you're starting a seed bank. And what is a seed bank?
So my seed bank would be just basically I harvest seeds. I have a few friends in other states actually that I'm working with now that are harvesting different types of seeds, and we'll just have them stored on our own. And what we do is we'll go into community pantries, such like the community pantry in Maywood. We'll place seed starter kits with instructions on how to grow in your home. What we also can do is, for instance, I have a friend in Washington, my sister in Washington. She grows mullein, so she has plenty of mullein seeds.
Oh, okay.
But she doesn't have any Picasso melon seeds, which I have, so we'll do a trade-off, we'll trade, a couple of ounces of mullein seeds for these Picasso melon seeds so that she can take the melon seeds and distribute them to, people that would like to grow those melons. The same way I can take the mullein seeds and have it to distribute to people that would like to grow mullein in that nature. You know what I'm saying? So we're just basically a seed bank that we exchange seeds with one another, and we prepare seed kits for the communities to pass out in the communities so that we can encourage our community to start growing their own food more, because that is going to be very important within these next several months. I'm not even looking at a far future. I'm looking at a near future of we have to start preparing our people to fend for themselves, because what we have now is not working for us. The administration we have now is not working for us. Yes, we have people within the administration that may be working for us, but it is not working. No. So at the end of the day got to end. We all we got.
Yeah. Right. Well, and I come from the approach of that, I think that this is our future, because I think so many things all happening at the same time are bringing about a collapse. I do believe that. I mean, and you read story after story, and it just adds to the issues. Like the big one that I've been reading all over the place is how AI and these companies that are determined to spend billions and billions and billions on AI are going to suck up all our water systems, right? So they're going after Lake Michigan. That's the latest one that I've heard. And so add that to the jobs that are going to be lost through AI, and people are not going to have money to be able to buy the expensive food that is out there. And I think it's going to be a real system where we have to do this. We have to start changing into a system where we're taking care of each other, because I see a collapse. I see a collapse in the distribution systems. And I mean, I just think I have maybe a negative outlook, but I think that's why we need to look at these type of situations in a more serious way. Is we really have to be ready.
Yeah, absolutely. And the only way we can get ready is to grab ourselves. Naturally, we know we can't take everyone with us, but we have to make sure that we take the ones that actually want to go first and foremost, because they are going to be our front line. And that is our youth.
Yeah.
So I think that right now, we need to be focusing on our youth a little bit more, getting them into self-sustainability.
Yeah.
And that's really what it's coming down to. Our communities are going to have to go into self-sustainability mode really, really tough. We are in for a ride.
Yeah.
And the more that we prepare ourselves, the more that we have our youth prepared, the better off it will be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be I'm going to be absolutely honest with you all for 1 minute. My skin tone, it's a tone of resilience.
There you go.
My legacy is nothing but resilience. My ancestors are nothing but resilient. That's why I'm here today.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be hard for all of us, but because of what my community has went through specifically over the last 400, 500, 600 years in America alone, we're going to handle this better.
You make a good point.
We got more experience.
A really good point.
We're a little bit more ready for this.
There you go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it isn't only about my community. You know what I'm saying? It's going to take all of us. It's going to take all of our communities to come together in order to make this work properly.
Yeah. Yep.
So
Absolutely.
It's going to take a little bit of other communities having to sit back and actually listen to us for a change.
There you go.
So we're using our voices.
Yeah.
But we need listeners. We need understanders. We don't just need hearers. We don't need you to hear what I'm saying. I need you to listen and understand, because that's the only way we can work together.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right. I'm grateful for people that know how to garden, because that's not a strength of mine. And I have a neighbor that's really good at it, and I never see her in the summer. She's always out there cutting her grass, or she's like, I gotta go water. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. You know what? Gardening is amazing. I like to teach the youth how to garden, and I'm more of what you would consider a free gardener, because I don't too much put structure into gardening, just because I am, as chairman likes to call me, I'm a tree hugger.
There you go.
So I know that, the weeds in the grass aren't really weeds. They're detectors of great fertile soil. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So I'm one of those people where you're not going to get weed killer in my garden. So,
Thank you for that, because that's so bad for you anyway.
Right. But
it kills the bees and the butterflies and everything. Like, come on.
But also, in being a free gardener, you're able to teach children a little better. And that's one thing that I love to do. I love to hold classes with children, teaching them how to make little bee hotels and bee baths and, butterfly bonnets and things like that.
Nice.
Go into their garden, as well as teaching them how to grow some of their favorite foods. We don't even realize that children actually like veggies, but we want to stuff, junk. They like their fruits, they like their veggies, but we want to stuff, all this processed quick food in their faces. And now, you know what I'm saying? That's all they know. So when we reintroduce them to what they know, it makes it so much easier to growing a community that is going to be beneficial for us.
Yeah.
There you go.
And it makes you healthier.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know, just a little bit of a personal story. I quit eating sugar, and now there's tons of things I don't like because it's too sweet. Like I started drinking organic grapefruit juice because orange juice is too sweet for me now. Like,
yeah, right.
You know, it's just like, oh God, like, it's just.
Yeah, I've always been a fan of grapefruit juice, so I would have told you to start drinking that from the get-go because, you know, grapefruit juice is great for dehydration. And I found that, and this is why I became huge on grapefruit juice, because I was in Las Vegas one summer and it was hell. So
112
and I was dehydrated and didn't even know. And my grandmother, who you know, she the wonderful woman that she is, she's just like, well, your ass is just thirsty.
There you go.
Right?
So
I just like it because it's so tart, you know.
Yeah,
and
I love grapefruit.
And once you break your sugar habit, it tastes really good.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I actually went raw food vegan. Little side note.
Nice.
3 years ago, I was 350 pounds.
Oh.
So.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, this is something that I need to actually listen, and you can teach me how to do that. Yeah. I mean, I'm pescatarian, but I love my eggs.
Yeah. You know what? I went the raw food vegan route for a while. I didn't eat anything cooked. I didn't eat any meat, no sugars and things like that. And still to this day, it's really hard for me to take, like you said, it's really hard for me to take in a lot of sweets and things, just because I don't like all that sugar. But now I learned to eat smarter, make better eating choices. I don't call it a diet because I hate that word, because a diet means that I'll follow it and then I'll fall off and then I'm right back where I started. Right. You know, so I always tell people, you make healthier eating choices. You change your eating lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. If I want a piece of meat, I mean, well, I don't eat meat either. I'm just strictly poultry and seafood when I do eat it, because I don't eat it a lot either. But if I wanted a piece of chicken, guess what I'm going to eat? I'm going to go eat a piece of chicken. I'm not going to go eat cauliflower that looks like chicken. I'm not going to eat, you know, jackfruit that looks like chicken.
No tenders?
I'm going to eat a piece of chicken. You know what I'm saying?
She's talking about the meat substitutes, which.
Yeah, I know. But tenders are just as bad. They got everything but chicken.
So, you know, and with the way that I think now, I know that I'm not going to deny myself. Because if I do want to eat it, I might as well eat it. Because if I turn around and eat it a little later, you know, later on when I'm thinking about it some other time, I might overdo it. And then I'm back to where I started. So changing your eating lifestyle is really a discipline. And, you know, that discipline is really what helped me get into growing the gardens. Because like I said, the gardens aren't just, oh, I got some greens over here. No, I got in the garden in Maywood right now. I had white potatoes, sweet potatoes, red potatoes, onions, green onions, garlic, radish, beets, cucumbers, cantaloupe, watermelon, cherry tomatoes, regular tomatoes, broccoli, chard, okra, garden beans, wax beans, snap peas. I had lemon balm. I had peppermint. I had chamomile. I had lavender. I have jalapenos, yellow peppers, green peppers, bell peppers, kale,
real garden, a real
carrots.
Garden.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not some little plot.
Yeah, it's nice. It's a nice size plot, and I just tried to make sure that we included some of everything because we don't want our people. We want our people to get all of it, have access to all the foods and veggies that they can. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to just restrict them, but we also want to open up the palates of our youth to introduce them to new things. You'll be amazed at how many children don't know how a peach tastes because all they know are apples, oranges, and bananas.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or I had a friend, he's 44, a very dear friend of mine. For the first time in his life, at the age of 44, he tasted a mango.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? So these instances happen.
Yeah.
Food, us having food gardens in different communities allows us to grow different types of variations of foods, but also we can exchange it throughout the communities so that our children are experiencing what cherries taste like. What grapes, you know what I'm saying? The difference in grape, like, you know, there's more than just cotton candy grapes, kids.
Yeah.
You know, so
no,
you know, and you're making... we want our children to experience that. So we want to be able to grow it for ourselves so that they see what they're capable of doing.
Yeah.
And you're making a really good point that it is very true that a lot of people had never had a lot of those fruits because they're so expensive.
Right.
So, I mean, for most folks, that's luxury. And so, no, that's so important that you're merging like so many different types of fruits and vegetables into mutual aid. You know,
right.
that's fantastic.
Eating shouldn't be a luxury.
Yeah.
You know,
No.
eating should not be a luxury.
Right.
And that's one of the reasons why I'm so grateful for Chairman and Cassandra for allowing me the opportunity, for blessing me with the opportunity to make eating available, just to make it available, you know what I'm saying, and not a luxury. You know, our children shouldn't have to wait until they're adults to experience life, living, eating. You know what I'm saying? So we want to just always make that possible.
And I want to add that, you know, I've been to a few Black Panther Cubs events, and
You have.
and it is so refreshing that, you know, like you had a food truck and you gave all the food away. And
so let me do a little shameless plug here really quick. I apologize. That would be Sunshine Catering. That's actually my sister and my brother-in-law's food truck.
Okay.
So they do, you know, they are a licensed food truck. Both of them are chefs. So they do provide an opportunity. They both love Chairman. So any event that Chairman, if he wants them out there, they're going to come out and they're going to feed the people. But, you know, it's my sister. So she was raised in the same household as I. So feeding the people is something we love doing anyway. But it's called Sunshine Catering. And they will most definitely show up for Chairman. They will show up for anyone because they love feeding the people as well.
Yeah. And then it was the weekend that they had the street sign made for Chairman Fred Hampton.
So that was Chairman Fred Hampton Sr.'s birthday weekend. We do a streets party for his birthday every weekend. We meet up at you know, on Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. Way.
There you go.
The new name, on Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. Way. We meet up there. We always, you know, not relive it, but we always want to make sure that it's still fresh in people's mind what they did to us. You know what I'm saying? Because that wasn't a killing, that wasn't a murder, that was straight assassination.
Right.
You know, of a Black man. Yeah. So we want to make sure that you don't forget that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We want to make sure that you know the reason why we're standing out here with the Black Panther Party and the Black Panther Party Cubs. You know, so that's one of the things that we do every year. The same as International Revolutionaries Day, which is December 4th and 5th. So
Right.
keep that in mind, and I'll make sure to send you all the invites, and I hope we'll get a chance to see you out there with us.
I will definitely be there. And what where is that going to be held?
So there, I'm not sure
Not
of
sure.
that.
Okay.
So I wouldn't be able to speak on it,
Yeah.
but it's always planned out. So when it happens, when it's time to go out there and promote it, that's when you'll hear me speaking out on it more, because I'll be more knowledgeable of the locations and the times.
Yeah, yeah. And for folks who are in Chicago, the mural is at, help me with it, Monroe in California.
Madison,
Madison.
in
I always
California.
get that wrong. Madison
The
in
wall. If
The
you
wall.
ever hear chairman say, meet me at the wall, we're going to the wall. The meetup is at the wall. We're going to Madison in California.
Yeah. And the Hampton House is in Maywood on 17th. And
On
they do
17th
tours.
Avenue.
Yeah, they do tours, and it's a fantastic tour. I recommend it for everyone.
Yeah. And the Hampton House Garden is 1100 Maywood Drive. I'm out there. It's getting colder, so it's really just time to start harvesting things now and putting it into the pantries. So I always let ones know if they have some free time, they can always reach out to me. I will meet them at the garden. If you want to pick, if you want to learn, if you want to love, if you want to relax, if you want to chill, the garden is the space for that. We try to create the garden as a safe space for people to be able to come out and commune with community and reset themselves.
Yeah, excellent.
And be in nature.
And be in nature, because you'll catch me out there with no shoes on every rip.
Oh.
You know, people be like, where is she? And all you got to do is tell them, just look for the lady with no shoes on.
If you found the shoes, that's not her. She's over there.
Yeah. If there's shoes on my feet, you please believe I must be getting ready to go, or I'm not feeling well, because I will not be in a garden with shoes on. That's how much I love being in a garden.
There you go. There you go.
Wow. I wish I could do that. I'm allergic to everything.
Oh.
You know, you want to hear something?
Yes.
I'm allergic to grass and I'm allergic to rain.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
And I'll get out in both of them if it's a garden.
Okay.
So I am seriously allergic to grass. That was my job. I was the only boy in the family, so I had to go cut the grass. And I am out there sneezing nonstop.
Yeah.
Well, I'm allergic to bug bites and bee stings.
Oh. Well,
you
can come in a garden with me. All you need is some of my little body butter that I make. I am a certified herbal phytotherapist.
Oh wow!
So I do a lot of herbal work.
Okay.
So I do create tinctures and body butters and things of that nature, because I have a niece that's allergic to mosquito bites. So I do. There's a way for you to be out enjoying the garden.
It's like, it's pretty, but I gotta stay here.
Right.
Like I go to water a tree. I planted a dogwood tree and I go to water it, and I'm like spraying citronella around my ankles, because just walking out a couple times, I'm like, my ankles are just.
You know what? You can plant some citronella plants in your yard, and you wouldn't have to worry about that. And they're activated when you water them. You know, once you plant them, they're activated. All you got to do is water them, and you'll smell the citronella, and it's a great deterrent.
Oh wow! There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, we need to talk more.
Oh, well, you have my number.
I do.
Call me anytime.
I don't make it up that way often. I haven't been up there since June.
Yeah.
But next time I'll try to plan it to where I can come see you all.
Yes.
Well, make sure you can plan it for December. I know, I can't
4th.
give you the location or anything now, but I can give you those dates, December 4th and 5th. So
5th. Oh yeah, and I'll have it on the Illinois Green Party events page.
Absolutely.
So definitely
Awesome.
we'll be there. Yeah.
Such a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Ledell. This has been great. Edie, I don't know if you wanted to do any comments. Chris Hero's in the house.
I just been like,
Yeah. Oh, and Yvonne, Scott. I'm just seeing the folks that are here.
Oh, I was just.
Chris, it's great to see you.
It was really Yeah, Chris Ero. Let's see.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So we have Kalia's in the house.
All right.
Pittman said this is very nice.
And Brian
Michael
Gracie.
Pan.
Brian comes every week.
Everything is by design. Chris Ero. Good to see you,
On
buddy.
the podcast.
I love
Pardon me, I was
community
talking to my
control
daughter.
initiatives. We have to take care of each other. We save us. We protect us. Michael Pan talking to Kalia. Let's see. Ledell, what is your goal for creating Black-owned and operated worker cooperatives in agriculture?
Yeah, there you go.
You know what? I really didn't sit down to think about only Black owned because it's an us thing right now. It's a people thing right now. You know, and you know, Chairman Senior always looked past colors, you know, and it was always reaching out to communities in need.
Right.
So my goal is to really, I'm going to be honest, I really don't have a goal. I just want to feed the people. I
Yeah.
just want to feed the people. And I'll take as many people along with me that want to come and feed the people as well. There was really no goal. It's just that we need help right now.
I know.
We as the people need help right now, and we're only going to find it in one another.
Yep.
So
Yep.
however it lays, I'll let it lay as long as I can feed the people.
Thank you for that. That's beautifully said. Yeah. Timmy's here. She says, Ledell, I'm obsessed with plants and am growing collard greens and chives in my sunny windows now.
There you go.
Wish I
love
had
it.
some land.
I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love when people express how much their love for growing, or how much they're interested in even getting into growing. It's, you guys can see my eyes light up whenever we talk about growing in a garden and stuff. So yeah, you know what? Let me show you guys something, because I'm actually growing. It's not ready yet, so you
Okay.
all have to excuse me. But
A preview. There we go.
right, yeah. As soon as I get back to where I'm going. Okay, hold on. Okay, there we go. So I actually am growing a cantaloupe.
Oh,
Are
nice.
you?
Yeah, it's in the
Oh,
dirt right now. It has the
Okay.
new sprinkler. It's gonna be about another 4 years before I get a fruit.
Oh,
But
really? 4
yeah,
years.
you know, this is one of I just decided I take plants and I try and save them. That's a aloe vera plant right there. And I
Oh,
actually have some green onions that I'm growing
there
in
you
my
go.
home. So
Right.
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Love it.
I have a what's called a plant nursery in my backyard,
Okay.
because what they did do at the Hampton House Garden is they did destroy a lot of the garden. And that hurt me the most because it took away from the people.
Yeah.
But I was able to save some of the plants.
Okay.
Good.
So I bought them back to my garden at my home, and I'm growing them now. I'm healing them now, so that they can be transferred over to the garden in Inglewood.
Okay.
Nice.
All right.
So I kind of got like a hospital nursery going on.
You got a triage system going on, right?
Yeah, pretty much so.
Plant
Save the plant.
Triage.
Michael wants to know what a barter system is. I think I can explain it. It's just
Well.
basically trade.
Yeah,
trade.
just a
The
trade.
old-fashioned.
No money exchanged.
Right. It's services for services, goods for goods, goods for services. You know, it's plenty of it. It's way better than the money system that we have.
There you go.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to mention. So this is my gardener friend, Miss Yvonne Scott, my bestie.
Okay.
Hi, peace and
Carbondale.
love.
She says check your local library to see if they have a seed library, as we do in Carbondale. You can take whatever seeds you want to grow. Leave your extra seeds to share.
We do that. The park districts here actually do that, and they do it for most of the summer. So this summer I've been going to different libraries and collecting seeds. So
Oh, nice.
they absolutely do have that program, and I absolutely do get down with that program.
Excellent.
Not only do they have seeds for you, but you have some of the volunteers that come in with actual plants, and they actually give you plants as well. So
Wow. Excellent.
yeah, it's so dope, and I just so
Yeah.
happened upon it this summer. So
Nice.
it became an obsession with mine to
Well,
get
well, good to
research.
know. And in case you didn't know, my buddy Yvonne is always there to help. Like,
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
gardener like
thanks. You know what? I love gardening, but I always take tips from everyone. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm not one of the people like, oh, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. No,
Oh,
come with that info.
it,
Let me
it,
see
as,
if
soon,
it's
as soon as
something
you think you
different.
know it all, you're wrong, right?
Yeah.
Right? You know, you never stop
Absolutely.
learning. So
There you go.
Well, I just want to. We're gonna have to cut it, but thank you, Brian and Michael and Yvonne and everybody that's here today. I
And
really
everybody out there, we got big numbers today or tonight.
oh,
So thanks everybody for coming in. We really appreciate that.
yay! Thank you
Massive.
guys for tuning in with
Yes.
me. I truly appreciate that. And I want to thank you guys for the opportunity to discuss my platform because it is very important to me, gardening and feeding the people and just educating our youth. You
Yep.
know, that's really my biggest thing right there. I'm a mother of 5. So
Okay.
educating the youth has always been something that has stood out with me.
Yeah.
And you know, if we can get our babies to understand that we are all we have at the end of the day, then we're going to be that much better off.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Like I say, you have to prepare. You have to prepare a better people for the world, because the world is going to be here regardless. When we're all gone, still going to be running, still going to be rotating. So
Yep.
we have to be a better people for it while we're in it.
Absolutely.
yeah. I
Thank
just
you.
wanted to comment quickly, Brian. Sorry about that story. I'm so sorry to hear that. But you are part of our community too. So
Absolutely.
you can always reach out.
Yeah.
All right. All right, you guys.
Thanks,
We'll see you on
everybody.
Peace and
Saturday.
love,
Enjoy the
everyone.
week.
Be
All right. Peace
safe.
and love.
All right.
Free them all. Free them
Free
all.
them all, feed them
Free them
all.
all, feed them all, right? That's what they
Gratitude.
would- All right, you guys. Great. Thanks so much.
An uprising, we're rising up. It's an uprising, we're rising up. It's an uprising. Fight the power. It's an uprising. Fight the power.